Hello my scholars, welcome to my school channel. My name is Alexandra, and in today's video we're going to be tackling past question for the subject English Language Year 2022. So please stay with us, don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to my school channel. So in this section we'll be tackling question 41 to 16. So let's jump right into question 41. Choose the word that has a different stress pattern. So we have option A. This tells us that this word is a verb, okay? Verb, and so it is pronounced project. Project. If it's a noun, it is project, okay? But this is a verb, so it's project. So we have basic. So for project, it's stressed on the second syllable. Basic, first syllable. So this is also a verb. If it's a noun, it is suspect. But because it's a verb, it is suspect. So suspect is the second syllable. Then this is neglect, which is also a verb, second syllable. So the answer to this question is option B, basic, because it is stressed on the first syllable. And we have options A, C, and D stressed on the second syllable. So the answer to this question is option B. Question 42. Choose the option that has the same consonant sound as the one represented by the letter or letters on the line. So the letter on the line is letter F in the word foot. So this is transcribed as foot. Okay, so let's transcribe the options. We have leave, and we have vegetable. Okay, then we have traffic. And then we have of. So which of this transcription has the sound? Okay, we can find this in option C in the word traffic. As opposed to the rest, we have v, v, v. So we know that this is the voiceless, while this is the voice counterpart. Okay? So the answer to this question is option C, traffic. Question 43. Choose the option that has a different vowel sound from the others. So we have here, beer, I, dear. Then we have head. Okay? So vowel sound, right? This is ear, 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 same vowel sound. Do not forget, ear is a diphthong. So for those of you wondering, what am I doing, or what's a vowel sound or a consonant sound, please check out the video on vowel sounds and consonant sounds and get familiar with them. Okay, so this is a vowel sound, but it's classified as a diphthong. Okay, so the last one here we have a sound, which is different from this. So therefore, option D is the final answer to this question. Question 44. Choose the option that has a different vowel sound from the others. So vowel sound. Okay? So we have beach. And then we have ski. And we have bee. And then we have bean. Okay? So we can see the long E sound against the short E sound. Okay? So we have this long sound here, and here. So this is the only different one with the short vowel sound. So This is the answer to this question. Option C is the final answer to this question. Question 45 to 46 comes with a passage, so I advise you pause this video, go to the link in the description. It takes you to the Myschool website. There you get access to the comprehension passage, or you could pause this video as it will be displayed on the screen. Do not forget to read carefully and understand the passage. So moving on to question 45, when did Christopher Marlowe get his first degree? So we learned that Christopher got his first degree, which is the bachelor's degree, in the year 1583. So this makes option B the answer to this question. However, his master's degree was gotten in the year 1587. So option B is the final answer to this question. Question 46. How long was Christopher Marlowe's literary life? Okay, so how long did his literary life last? This will mean that how long did he write, or was he known to be a writer or an author? Okay, so in the text, we learned that his literary life had a short span, and it lasted from 1587, when he got his master's degree, to 1593. So let's count. 1587, that's 1588, 1589, 1590, 1591, 1592, and 1593. That's 6 years. So option A is the final answer to this question. Question 47. My account with the bank is in the red. This means that my account is dash. Option A, heavy. Option B, in danger. Option C, overdrawn. Option D, written in red ink. So the answer to this question is option C, overdrawn. Now, what does it mean when you say my account with the bank is in the red? It means that you've removed more money from your account in such a way that you now owe the bank. So you've withdrawn more money than what you have in the bank, and now you owe the bank. So overdrawn is the past participle of overdraw, and when you overdraw, you remove more money in excess of what the bank really holds. Okay, so the answer to this question is option C, overdrawn. Are you interested in taking the JAMB simulated CBT past question? If yes, all you need to do is to click on the link in the description below. It takes you to the Myschool website. There you have access to download the Myschool mobile app for your Android phones and Myschool software for your computers and laptops. Please go ahead and download and start practicing these questions for your upcoming examination. Now moving on to question 48. Fill in the gap with the option that best completes the sentence. Between you and dash, he is a liar. Option A, all of the above. Option B, me. Option C, I. Option D, none of the above. The answer to this question is option B, me. And why is it me? Because it is the object of the sentence. It is receiving the action. Now let's analyze this. Between you and me. Between you and dash. Between, do not forget, between is a preposition. Okay, and preposition is to show the relationship between two things. So the relationship between the subject and the object. Now, you will never have a subject after a preposition. It's always the object after the preposition. So this noun phrase should be the object because it is between. Between is a preposition, and that is why we would always have a prepositional phrase and not a prepositional clause, because you cannot have a subject verb after a preposition. So we'll say the book is under the table. The book being the subject and the table being the object. So between you and me, this is the object. Okay? So the answer to this question is option B, me. And I think most of the time students misplace or attach the positioning of a word as the subject or the object. So when it is starting first, they believe it should be a subject. And when it's at the end, it should be an object. Forgetting that there is active and passive voice where the object can take the first position and then the subject the last position, okay? So, between you and me, comma, he is a liar, okay? So the answer to this question is option B, me. Question 49. Fill in the gap with the option that best completes the sentence. The secretary and treasurer did not do dash job. Option A, there. Option B, all of the above. Option C, none of the above. Option D, his. Now the answer to this question is his, because the secretary and the treasurer is the same person. Okay, so how do we know this? Now first, when you consider the rule of concord, it states that when and is used to join two singular subjects and it refers to the same person or title, then a singular verb should be used. But here we're not talking about verb, right? We're talking about the personal pronoun to refer to this, right? But then how do we know that it is the same person? The absence of D. So if you are conversant with the rule of concord, we know that the absence of the article the, suggests that this is the same person with two different titles, but the same person. So with the absence of the is the same person, but the presence of the, as in the secretary and the treasurer, will suggest two different persons, and then we can use there. Okay, so the answer to this question is D. So this is the best personal pronoun to suggest or to refer to the subject, which is the secretary and treasurer. So this is the answer to the question, option D, his. Question 15. Fill in the gap with the option that best completes the sentence. If James fails his examination, his teachers, his parents, his friends, or I dash to be blamed. Option A, are, option B, is, option C, am, option D, not. The answer to this question is option C, am. Now, in the rule of concord, it states that the closest subject determines the verb, and the closest subject is I. So do you say I is to be blamed or I am to be blamed? You say I am, definitely. So option C is the correct answer to this question. Question 51. Fill in the gap with the option that best completes the sentence. I have always found that it is helpful to have a few wise and trusted people so that you can turn for information and advice. So option A, whom, option B, who, option C, whose, option D, that. The answer to this question is whom. Do not forget we discussed about preposition, right? And what comes after preposition. So what comes after preposition is usually the object form, okay? So this is the subject, this is the object, and this is the possessive form, which is something belonging or personal to you, right? So possessive, this is subject form, this is object. So to whom is the right word that will complete the sentence. So option A is the correct answer to this question. I believe you're enjoying this content. If yes, do not forget to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and lastly, tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos. Question 52. Fill in the gap with the option that best completes the sentence. We ought to stay away, dash the robbers come back. Option A, provided, option B, should in case, option C, although, option D, in case. The answer to this question is option D, in case. Now, we cannot use should in case. It's either should or in case. So, option D is the final answer to this question. Question 53. Fill in the gap with the option that best completes the sentence. It was dash who killed the goats. Option A, his, option B, him, option C, he, option D, us. The answer to this question is he. Now, why is he? Now, this is a relative pronoun, and a relative pronoun means that it's referring to something previously mentioned or stated. And do not forget that it is also the subject pronoun, okay? The subject pronoun. Now, he is also a subject, but this is object. This is the object form, him. So if who refers to something previously mentioned, which should be a subject, then it should be he. It was he who killed the goat. But a lot of people say him these days, which has been regarded, is starting to be regarded as an informal way of speaking. But the formal and the one that's grammatically correct is he. It was he who killed the goat. So option C is the correct answer to this question. Question 54. From the options labeled A to D, choose the option that is nearest in meaning to the underlined word. Bankole is upset as his wife does not understand his predicament. So predicament is the word underlined and it means a difficult situation, right? So we have option A, sadness, option B, dilemma, option C, deadlock, option D, happiness. So the nearest in meaning should be dilemma, since dilemma means a difficult situation, also a problem, right? So the option B is the correct answer to this question. Question 55. It is wise not to depend on mundane things. Mundane things. So in the instruction it says we should choose the option that is nearest in meaning to the underlying word. So the word is mundane and it means something that relates to the word, that is worldly, that's not heavenly and spiritual. So we have option A, imported, option B, material, option C, attractive, option D, expensive. So we say material is the answer, it is nearest in meaning. Okay, so material things in this context. So option B is the correct answer to this question. Question 56. From the options letter A to D, choose the option that is nearest in meaning to the underlying word. Now that the company is insolvent, it will shut down. Option A, overworked. Option B, unstable. Option C, bankrupt. Option D, affluent. So the word is insolvent, and insolvent is unable to pay debt. Okay, and that is what bankrupt is, unable to pay debt. You're ruined, collapsed. Okay, so the answer to this question is option C, bankrupt. Question 57. Choose the option that has the same consonant sound as the one represented by the letter or letters underlined. So the word is mother, and TH. So we have mother. And then we have think. Then we have teacher. We have breathe. And then we have watch. Watched. Okay. Okay. So the answer to this question is this, because TH represents the sound the. Okay, and we can find it in the word breathe. So the answer to this question is option C is the correct answer. Do you need answers to some of your urgent questions? The good news is there are solutions provider readily waiting on Myschool platform to answer all of your questions. All you need to do is you click on the link in the description below, ask as many questions as possible, and solutions will be provided to them in a short period of time. So moving on to question 58, pick out the option with a different rhyme. So we have roar, for, growl, and bore. But let's transcribe since rhyme has to do with the last sound, right? So we have roar. We have for. We have growl. And we have bore. So the last sound here is the long O sound, long O sound, long O sound. But the last sound here is So this is the different one. This is the one that is different. So this is the answer to this question. Option C is the correct answer to this question. Do you have better steps, explanation, or solutions to any of this question? Please feel free to tell us about it. Indicate the question and the solutions you would like to share in the comment section below. Question 59. Choose the one that has the same rhyme. Okay, so the same rhyme with the word provided, right? So this is watch. Okay? So option A, we have none of the above, so we can just discard that. But then we can also transcribe it. None of the above. Then we have batch. Then we have catch. Then we have march. So the last sound is ch. So we rule out this. We have ch in everything except for A. Then we have O sound. So we have O here. But what we have here is the A sound. So option B is the correct answer to this question. Watch. Watch. Question 60. Choose the option that has the same stress pattern as the given word. So the word is student, and student is stressed on the first syllable. Okay, so we have, okay, so this is a noun. Okay, so it could be refuse or refuse. So this is a noun, that means it's refuse. But if it's a verb, then it is refuse. Okay, so we have propose. Propose is the verb, okay, and it's stressed on the second syllable. So we could have rebel or rebel. So rebel is the noun, but this is rebel, this is the verb. Okay, so it has been indicated with the V in brackets, noun rather, verb. Okay, so superb, superb. So we have second, but we have the first. So this is the answer to the question, refuse. Option A is the correct answer to this question. We've come to the end of this segment. I believe you enjoyed it. I believe you've learned a lot. Thank you for staying tuned. Do not forget to hit the like button, click on the subscribe button, and tap on the bell notification to get informed as soon as we release the next videos.